It's the most wonderful time of the year. I absolutely love wintertime. The weather outside is frightful. I have a cute little electric fireplace that is delightful. And I am on a cloud because I love winter. To me, winter is my inner child. It taps into what I love about the entire year. And because it taps into my inner child, I know what feelings I need to create when I do the Swann Technique. This is Susie, your beautiful millionaire swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my video, and I will love you forever. Why do I instantly feel absolutely positively amazing to be free, to be myself, knowing things are different and I am loved, respected, and given credit for my teaching just because I asked this question? I am a life coach, and I am here to drastically change your life for the better. I dial into your happy meter and turn it way up so that you are living your dream life. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, check out my website below. So the most magical time of the year for me growing up as a child was winter. Football season is in full swing. It's snowing. I get to go outside and play. And I can legit go outside 100 times, get my mittens wet, my gloves wet, my socks wet, my shoes wet, throw them in the dryer, dry them, and go right back outside. Never would get in trouble for that. It didn't matter that the door was a barn door and I kept going in and out. I had a blast playing in the snow. And when we are using the Swann Technique to drastically change our life for the better, we need to tap into that child, that inner child, that feeling of joy and zest for life that we had, where everything is just magical in order to create our dream life. Well, how do we do that? Well, for starters, I think Halloween is the best day in the year because on Halloween, I can pull out all my Christmas decorations and I can start decorating. Because November 1st, all my Christmas decorations go up. With the pandemic and the virus and all the chaos in the world, obviously you can tell I started early, so we're not in the living room because it's in transition. And that's what the Swann Technique does for you. It transforms you. It gives you a new zest on life because it taps into that beautiful inner child that needs to feel a certain way to be able to get your dream life. So we've all listed off our feelings that we need in a relationship and the things we want. So our feelings, we need to feel safe, we need to feel loved, we need to feel respected, appreciated, worthy, important. And then we need the things to make us happy, the text messages, the phone calls, the 24-hour around-the-clock communication, the priority in their life. We need to make sure that they're scheduling certain things with us. Do you know the teenager in high school didn't care about any of that? All they cared about was that was their boyfriend or that was their girlfriend. And they persisted and persisted and persisted until they got that boyfriend or that girlfriend. And when you are consciously creating your life, you have to persist in whatever it is that you want. So you're decorating your Christmas tree. You don't like the way the ornaments are. You're going to take them down and put them back up. You might do it 20 times until you get it just right. My daughter will tweak her Christmas tree until the day she takes it down. She will start the day she takes it up, and the day she takes it down, she's like, I should have put an ornament here. I should have put an ornament here. I should have arranged it this way. And she's constantly going in there and changing. Well, that's good for a tree, but that's not good when we are creating our life. We need to get our exact inner feelings in line. So our imagination, our thoughts, our words, and our emotions need to line up so that we can get that dream life. Well, how do we line them up? Well, we got to get rid of the doubts. We have to stop imagining just the balcony scene in Paris. We need to make sure what we're speaking out loud aligns with our imagination and our thoughts. And then we have to feel good. But most of us think that feeling good, because of what people teach, is that there are bottle rockets and fireworks and the balls dropping on New Year's Eve in Times Square, and you've got champagne bottles popping. It is Christmas time and Halloween and Valentine's Day all at the same time. But that's not what it really feels like. It's a slight giggle. It's a laugh. It's a smile. It's a look. It's an inner knowing that this is yours. Think about when you were a teenager and you got something that you wanted. Were you jumping up and down for joy? Were you thinking, oh my God, it's New Year's Eve and the ball just dropped and I magically got whatever it is I wanted? No. You were just like, wow, I got it. It's mine. You weren't over the top. You weren't skydiving. You weren't skiing on Virgin Mountain. And for those who don't know what Virgin Mountain is, that means it snowed and there's no tracks. And you are laying down the first set of tracks. It's absolutely, positively amazing. That is the word I use to describe how all of that feels. And with the Swann Technique, that feeling, why do I instantly feel absolutely, positively amazing, describes all of those things that we have been affirming for the last how many weeks, months, years to get our dream life. If you have that, you're going to feel absolutely, positively amazing. And then you have to say what you want. To be loved by Jared. So I feel absolutely, positively amazing to be loved by Jared. Here's the beauty. The Swann Technique can be done in a why question, a how question, and a statement. So why do I instantly feel absolutely, positively amazing to be loved by Jared? How did I instantly feel absolutely, positively amazing to be loved by Jared? And then you're naturally going to gravitate into I instantly feel absolutely, positively amazing to be loved by Jared. And you guys are then taking the next part, the revision part, and you are twisting it so it's no longer magical. Because you are taking knowing something is different, knowing everything is different, knowing things are different, or knowing something has changed, and you're leaving it out, or you're just changing it to whatever you think. That is the revision part. So I have to feel absolutely, positively amazing to be loved by Jared. Knowing something is different. That means the past, the chaos, the turmoil, the disappointment, the sadness, the frustration is now making me feel absolutely amazing that the stuff no longer exists. So you're not worried about a text message, a phone call, a knock on the door, because you feel absolutely, positively amazing to be loved by Jared, knowing something is different. You don't have to know what's different, but you have to say knowing something is different. And a lot of people are leaving that out. Different means that whatever was in the past no longer affects you. So if they weren't texting you, if they were ghosting you, if they iced you, if they blocked you, if they said, I don't want to be in a relationship, knowing something is different, all of that stuff is different. And we are happily married. So knowing something is different and we are happily married is the flip. that the inner child needs to give the adult so you can have your question. And I have been quiet for the last couple of days because I have been watching what everybody's saying. I have been seeing what they've commented. I've been getting private messages on how this is working for everybody. And you are messing with the formula. You have to keep the formula. So you instantly have a feeling that gets you the love you want, knowing something is different, so you are now happily married. It's not that hard. If you guys have been saying 10,000 affirmations a day, you can easily say this long question. Because the more you say this long question, you are shifting into the new story. And the new story is we are happily married. So that story, I tell you guys, you have to create. It is the part between knowing something is different and just because I asked this question. So you feel absolutely positively amazing to be loved by Jared. Knowing something is different, my new story is the difference. We are now happily married. It's not that hard. But when you leave out this crucial piece, you're not revising it and you are not putting it into the present moment. Instantly puts it in the now. Knowing something is different revises the way the relationship is. So if you need everything to be different because you are one of those people who wants to change absolutely positively everything about their specific person, then you would say knowing everything is different. If there are a few things that you would like to change about your specific person, something is different. Some things are different. I'm not a big fan of the word change. I do use change, but sometimes change is not good. So different is good because it's different. I'm not getting the nasty pictures, and y'all know what kind of pictures I'm talking about when I say nasty pictures. I'm not getting the hot and cold. I'm not getting the disappointment. I'm not getting the feeling that this relationship is toxic. I'm not getting the feeling that I'm having to do all of the work, because something different means he's showing up in the way that I need him to. So if you are a guy or a woman who is manifesting a female, you would say the opposite. You wouldn't say Jared, you would say their name, but you would still say knowing something is different. And we are happily married. If you don't want marriage, yes, fully committed relationship, an amazing relationship, whatever word fits. But that story I told you, that is less than 10 words that you needed to create, is you're knowing something is different and we are now happily married. How hard is this really to say? I have people saying, well, this is a mouthful to say. Well, to me, a mouthful to say is he's constantly calling me. He's constantly texting me. He's out buying flowers for me right now. He's knocking on my door right now. He's video chatting me right now. He's unblocking me. He is showing up for me in the way I needed. He's respecting me. He's appreciating me. He's showing me love. He's doing, oh my God. But I feel absolutely positively amazing to be loved, knowing something's different, and we're happily married. Just because I asked this question. It's an easy formula. And everybody who's actually done it says they don't need to do the other stuff. They don't need to ask the other questions because they are instantly feeling calmer, peaceful. They are finding an inner happiness that they didn't know was there. They're no longer missing the person or doubting. They're not doubting that this relationship is going to happen. They are getting contact within weeks. I am at 7 different people in less than 2 weeks who have gotten contact from their specific person. I have 4 that are in committed relationships. Because when they did this question, that something different allowed the other person to show up in the way that you have been affirming. You guys have done the work. Let this question work its magic. Let the Swann Technique show you how simple it is to actually drastically change your life for the better with a question. And if you are asking me about the grammar of the question, if you are asking me about the logic of the question, if you are trying to reason the question, guess what? You are still rejecting that person and you don't really truly want to be in that relationship. So you have to look and see what it is that you are rejecting in that relationship. What is it that is not showing up that you have to have in order to feel absolutely positively amazing? To be loved by Jared, knowing something is different. And we are happily married just because I asked this question. If you took that generic question that I just put out, you're revising it. If you do it verbatim, you are putting it in the now. And according to Neville, you are changing states. According to Susie, you are changing the story. And the more you stay in that new story, you are persisting in the assumption until it hardened into fact. But you can't be, I'm going to try XYZ and see if this is working. And because I'm not getting results in 24 hours, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go back to the aggressive affirming. Love goes under the radar. Cupid shoots the arrows. You get what you want. But you have to persist in one technique for a minimum of 21 days to do that. You got to stop changing the Swann Technique and try and do it just as it's written. Because when you do that, you will see instantly how fast your life is changing. I love you guys. Have an absolutely positively amazing day. And as always, leave me a message and let me know how I am drastically changing your life for the better.